people are infected with recency bias or normalcy bias, then that's the wrong thing to do, especially when you're 80 plus years old, thinking about playing shuffleboard and golf and retiring on your assets that, have been blown sky high due to suppressed interest rates and easy money. It's make-believe. It's Alice in Wonderland. And when you find an environment where those assets correct in terms of proper valuation, where price discovery is something that isn't such a mystery, then these retirees are going to be bagging groceries.
Andy Schectman, the well-known expert in precious metals and the president of Miles Franklin Investments, has just sounded the alarm for those who are nearing retirement. He basically paints a stark picture of an environment that's anything but stable. For those who rely on dependable returns, what's happening now is more similar to navigating treacherous waters than a calm retirement cruise. So, why should you be concerned? Let's dive into Schectman's insights and understand why he's waving the caution flag. Andy Schectman paints a clear picture of the current economic landscape, which is far from stable or predictable. Imagine a financial world that's like a roller coaster, full of ups and downs, where it's hard to tell which way it's headed next. That's what we're facing right now. To put it simply, renowned investors like Warren Buffett and Michael Burry are acting cautiously. They're not jumping into the markets with both feet as they've done before. Instead, they're holding onto a lot of cash or even betting against the markets. This might sound surprising because you'd expect seasoned experts like them to be confident in the markets, but that's not the case. You see, even classic value investors like Warren Buffett, who usually hunt for great deals in the stock market, are having second thoughts. They're not finding the kind of value they'd like to see right now. In fact, some are actively betting against the market, which means they're making bets that the market will go down, not up. According to Andy Schectman, the current state of the market is like walking on thin ice for retirees. Think of it this way, retirees often depend on their investments to provide them with a steady income, almost like a paycheck. However, that well might not be as dependable as it once was in the current financial climate. You see, when the markets are as unpredictable and shaky as they are now, it's like the wellspring suddenly becoming erratic. Sometimes it gushes, other times it barely trickles. That means the income retirees were counting on to cover their expenses and enjoy their retirement might not be as stable as they'd hoped. And that's where the risk comes in. Imagine you're budgeting your retirement years based on a certain income from your investments, and suddenly that income isn't as reliable. It's like trying to plan a picnic, but you can't be sure if it will rain or shine. That uncertainty can be a major headache for retirees who need consistent income to make ends meet. Now, Schectman offers valuable insights into why experts like Warren Buffett and Michael Burry are proceeding with caution in the current market. The key reason boils down to uncertainty. Warren Buffett, often seen as a savvy investor, is keeping a significant amount of cash on hand. Why? Well, think of it as him waiting for the weather to clear up before going on that sailing trip. He's not convinced the market conditions are stable and is not alone in this sentiment. Michael Burry, the financial expert who famously predicted the subprime crisis, is taking an even more aggressive stance by shorting the market. He's saying, "I see storm clouds on the horizon, and I'm preparing for the worst."
So yeah, it's a question that you'll get asked, but most people are incapable of hearing. And even if you tell them, they'll think, you're just a doom and gloomer, you sell gold. Well, unfortunately, people have this opinion that capitalism, being someone who sells gold for a living, and honesty and good intentions have to be mutually, exclusive of one another. And yeah, you can be a great gold salesman, but your intentions are pure and your motivation is sound and logical. And, I would just simply say to you that most people, unfortunately, will not understand what you're saying until they see it with their own eyes.
But what about the skeptics? Some viewers might raise an eyebrow and think, is Andy Schectman just trying to sell us precious metals, playing on our fears? It's a fair question, and Schectman doesn't hesitate to address it. He openly acknowledges that he is indeed in the business of selling precious metals. However, he makes it crystal clear that his intentions are genuine. It's a bit like your local fireman telling you about fire safety. Yes, they're in the business of firefighting, but their advice is still crucial for your safety. Schectman emphasizes that his role as a salesman doesn't change the fact that he's genuinely concerned about people's financial well-being. It's just like a doctor prescribing medication. They might profit from it, but their primary goal is your health. But before we continue, we want to thank you for watching this far. One of the most important takeaways from Andy Schectman's insights is the significance of being prepared for unexpected financial turbulence. Imagine your financial plan as a sturdy ship sailing through calm waters. You've charted your course, and all seems well. However, as history has shown us, financial storms can appear suddenly, much like a dark cloud on a sunny day. Consider the global financial crisis of 2008. It caught many off guard, just like an unexpected thunderstorm during a picnic. That's why it's crucial for you to evaluate your retirement plans in the context of the current market. It's like checking your weather app before heading out for that picnic. Take a close look at your financial sails and make sure they're sturdy enough to weather any sudden storms. Remember, being prepared doesn't mean you have to make drastic changes, but it's about ensuring your financial ship can navigate rough seas if needed. So, heed the warning signs, just as you would when you see dark clouds on the horizon, and take steps to safeguard your financial future. Furthermore, it's vital to understand the potential consequences of market corrections, particularly with the rise in interest rates. Think of your retirement portfolio as a garden that you've carefully tended to over the years. Now, imagine a sudden hailstorm wreaking havoc on those carefully nurtured plants. Market corrections can be like those unexpected hailstorms. When interest rates go up, it's like a sudden change in weather patterns. Your retirement garden, which might have been thriving in the previous climate, can suddenly face challenges. Stocks and bonds, like your precious plants, can become vulnerable. For retirees, this can have a direct impact on their financial security. Just as damaged plants need time to recover, your retirement portfolio might take a hit. The income you were counting on could be reduced, making it harder to cover your expenses. So, to recap, the urgency of the situation couldn't be clearer. You need to take proactive measures to safeguard your retirement, just as you'd grab an umbrella when you see those raindrops. Remember, expert advice is invaluable, even if it comes from someone who sells precious metals. It's like getting weather updates from a seasoned meteorologist. They might have a vested interest, but their primary goal is to keep you safe and informed. So, will you take heed of these warnings and protect your retirement savings? Let us know in the comments section below. And while you're at it, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons down below. Additionally, I highly recommend watching this fantastic video if you want to know more about the state of the US economy. Just click this video right here. Thank you for tuning in and stay tuned for more exciting content in the future.